Angie Dickinson and I were just sitting here talking about her favorite subject, and I must say that I'm not going to disagree with her. It's a marvelous subject, and that is her husband, Burt Bacharach. I was just telling Angie I did an interview with Burt, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago, and
it was
he is
about
a
then.
really special person, Angie.
Yes, I agree. He's a most unique, divine guy. He's just like that, too. He's not putting on airs for you. That's just how he is.
You know, I was thinking after I saw the film and was with him, and then I looked at the film, I was thinking, I wish that I were a sculptor, because I'd love to sculpt his head. You know, it's a great head.
It's true. Somebody did sculpt him, and it was quite a disappointment. I don't know who it was, so, you know, I can say that, and then at least they took pictures of it for Bert to see and okay. And terrible disappointment. He's got a great head, hasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Hair, too. I
Bone
tell him I hate you for that great hair. That great, thick, wonderful hair. I get to cut it.
Do you really
I cut
his
his hair. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're very, very talented. I'm sure now that, you know, anytime you want to give up acting, you can open a...
Not a bad idea to have something on the side. You never know.
Yeah, they're getting pretty good rates now, too. Listen, Angie, before we use up all of our time talking about Burt Bacharach, I want to talk with you about Big Bad Mama, because that's your new film. And there are several things about that that are very interesting. First of all, it is such a complete departure for Angie Dickinson.
Yes, it is. It's, I can't really call it it seems like a character role. And it seemed like it when I started to read it, but it really isn't. But I even have a Texas accent in it. I hope good enough, but it's a little erratic. I know the critics are going to give me a bad time, especially those without. You know, I think Texas won't mind. I think it's the New York critics that'll give me the tough time.
A Texas accent is anyway.
But it is out of character in a sense, but only because of the 30s. If it were modern day, it wouldn't be out of character. I think only because it's set in the 30s. It's great fun. That's why I came to Texas. I don't own a piece of it. It's not my book. It's not my movie. I just love it so much that I came to let people know about it so they can see it, so my picture gets seen. I don't want to make a terrific picture and have nobody see it.
Well, I'll bet you that lots of people are going to see it, Angie. We have not discussed this previously, but it has been written about and talked about so much, the famous nude scene that you have in this film. And now that it has been talked about so much, and nude scenes are certainly nothing new in films, but do you have any regrets about doing it at all, the nude scene?
Oh, no. You'll know we haven't talked about it when I tell you there are 3.
3 nude scenes, okay. So you get more than your money's worth.
But you see, I agree with you. It's to me, that's not. I don't even think of the nude scenes when I start talking about the picture, because then somebody like you will say, and I guess there's some nude scenes, and I say, oh yeah, there are. That isn't what you come out thinking about. It's the fun, and they're very pretty. Do I have regrets? I always wish I didn't have to do them. I'd much rather be. If I had to be nude, I'd much rather be under the covers, even if they're going to shoot it. I don't like that. That's not fun. But in this picture, I found out the men were just as embarrassed as I was, so it was fine, and we just had a good time, and it turned out they're quite beautiful.
Yes. Did you talk with Burt about that before you did it?
No, because I was nude in Point Blank and a couple of other pictures, and he loved me in Point Blank. He said, oh, you look fantastic, as he whispered to me when it came on the scene. Came up on the screen. So, no, I don't have to discuss it with him anymore.
Yeah. I know that you all do share lots of interests, and one of the things that you all do together is your work with the Rice Davis Child Study Center. Mm-hmm. What is that? It's in Los Angeles, but what are they concerned with, Angie?
It's a clinic that develops psychiatrists and psychologists, as well as helping the emotionally disturbed children. Because if you get pneumonia, you go to the doctor, and if you have a physical disease, nobody thinks much of it, but it's that emotional problem is just bordering on a mental problem, as you know. So there are 10% of all the children in the country. I don't know about the world, but I know for sure in the country, they have the statistics, are emotionally disturbed. Isn't that sad?
That is frightening.
10%, 1 out of every 10. So when it was told to us, and the way we got involved, our pediatrician is deeply involved with it. He is now president of it. And we've been supporting it for several years, and we love children, and this happens to be a cause we can help a lot.
Uh-huh. And you both are active, like you're on the board, and
Bert's on the board.
Angie, I know that you and Bert raised a tremendous amount of money last year. How much was it again?
It was just actually last month, $185,000, and Helen Reddy was part of that concert too, and that's his third concert for them. So he raises much more money than I do. I send out letters, and we keep working to, it's money that they need to keep helping the kids and keep training the people to help them. So that's what we try to do.
Yes. Well, of course, the fact that you have a child, Nikki, makes you have compassion for other people
Yes.
who have problems with children.
It's true. You usually, do help. If you're a hemophiliac, you try to help the Hemophilia Association and what have you. And fortunately, Nikki's in pretty good shape, but we know the possibilities of an area that's difficult, and we can understand it. And it happens to be they came along at the right time, and we said that's a very interesting cause.
Yes. Angie, thanks so much for talking with us today. And we're going to be talking with Angie Dickinson again in just a few days, as a matter of fact, out in your home territory, Los Angeles. And we'll be talking about your new series, Policewoman. So
that'll be exciting.
So I'll save up lots of questions.
Okay, please do, Bobbie. This was really nice to see you here.